What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today has been downpouring all morning, and it's gonna be raining all week as well too. Last night, super duper windy, got all of the leaves blown off the tree, and literally the whole entire street is freaking covered with these miniature leaves. But anyways, that's Mother Nature. It is what it is. In the previous video you guys saw, we did the double dent from Max Pina rod in the KRX, and it's looking really good in there with the carbon fiber trim piece that I made. If you guys haven't watched the video, be sure to go back and check it out. Today, let's talk about today a little bit, just a little bit. Today we're not wrenching on any of the cars. It might even be the last video before I take this break. Now, I read a comment that said, oh Dana, you just took a month break. I took a month break for myself to get away from this, to get away from everything in my city. I took off to Vegas and stayed out there. Big thank you to Jeremy and Nisa for having me, and I took that break for myself. This break that I'm gonna take it's still work for me, because it's going to be a lot of shuffling, a lot of finishing, a lot of changes at the storage unit, all that stuff to prepare myself for a better 2023. I thought this year was going to be it, but granted, losing my channel 2 times and then plummeting when I took off with content and views, but I need to get myself right for 2023. Physically, mentally, the channel, my workspace, all of it all together. So in today's video, it's not going to be much. It's going to be a lot of shuffling with cars. If you guys haven't noticed, all the cars here on the yard is moved to the street. The Lexus is going to go down the street, and my KRX is going to go behind my CRX. Got a second notice violation for all the vehicles on the property, and it's crazy, man. The bush went down and all of these problems ensue. Like, never had a problem here the 30 years I've been here. The first paper that came in was for the truck and for all the car parts that was here. The only thing I have to move is the 2 bins and the gas tank, and then that'll be clear of all the car parts, and then the truck has to move. The second paper was for all of the other cars, which we're moving already, but today the goal is to move the truck. Now, I was told we have the key, but my uncle's not here, and I have to get to work. So if I have to, I'm gonna try to get the key cylinder taken off so we can turn the car and unlock the steering wheel. The car, really, all it needs is a battery. When I drove this car 30 miles here, well, I just said it. I drove it 30 miles here. It runs and it drives. It just hasn't driven since 2009. So throw a battery in it, remove the key cylinder, and hopefully we can turn this thing on just so it can make it easier for us to move it out of there into the backyard. So first things first, we're gonna have to move my wagon forward just so we can have access to the door, and then we can pop the hood to tinker with the truck. Let's get to it. Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Lucy, help me. Help me. Look at that. You guys see that? No miss. If you guys need any cop kits or S300s or repair ECU, hit up your boy. Link in the description below. Hopefully we can just roll it enough to swing the door open. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about my parachute. All right. Shit, doggy. MR2 seats, I want to say. Super mint, dude. Super mint. Yeah. Let's clean this out real quick, because that's a lot of spider webs. Now, I'm not a professional by any means, but I am YouTube certified. Okay? So I watched YouTube on this chick that did a key cylinder replacement on her 2200, which I'm assuming is somewhat the same. Her car is a 90, this is a 86, and you just remove all the screws, and on top of this key cylinder there's like two 10 mil or 2 bolts on the top that you can just use a socket to remove, opposed to the Honda where it's a rivet type screw. So I'm just gonna assume all these screws here. Okay, that's one. Don't lose that. There's nothing there, nothing there, also nothing there. That's kind of weird. Key cylinder. Okay, that's rivets, and it looks like somebody tried to punch it out before. Okay, so technically we can just pull this off and we can turn the car on, right? Except the steering is still locked because the key cylinder is locked right now. So hammer and chisel. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove that off real quick, off camera. Got the key cylinder removed and the ignition switch taken off as well too. So now we can turn the car on without the key. So let's go ahead and open the hood. Is that open? The only thing I'm concerned about is having oil and throwing a battery in here. So let's find a prop. Where's the prop? This truck used to be red, obviously, and pretty much stock. I mean, like I said, this thing ran when we parked it. I drove it here. It's got a lot of oil, actually. So all I'm gonna do is switch the battery out. So I just cleaned the inside of the battery terminal with one of these. I'm gonna go ahead and just rob the battery out of the KRX, because that one has the newest it has the newest battery. This one goes to starter, positive and negative. I'm crossing finger this thing at least gets power into the car. So I kind of messed up because I just got power. There it is. There it is. Clutch. Okay, we know it cranks. I'm gonna go ahead and put some brake cleaner inside the I don't know what that is, carburetor, intake manifold. It's new to me. You guys heard it. It turned on. It's got like quarter tank of gas. 10-plus-year-old of gas. I don't know if the fuel pump's working, to be honest. Check all the fuses real quick. So guys, I've been tinkering around trying to make a gas tank. Very sketch, but we have fuel in here. We have a stock fuel pump from an EF in here. We got 2 wires. We have the feed right here going into the feed to the truck, and then we have the return going back to the top there, and this right here is power. And then this one is ground. So hopefully this will feed fuel to the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and just wedge it in here now. Very unsafe. Yes, sir. The truck is on. We got the $25 Pep Boy exhaust tip. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the truck off, and then turn it off all the way here. Okay, this truck is off. I'm gonna go ahead and holy cow, that's a lot of smoke. I'm gonna go ahead and move my wagon out of the way, unwrap the truck, and then we're gonna see if we can try to maneuver the truck out of this spot right here. They're gonna get stuck because there's like a lot of mud and rain right now. I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, they're already sliding. It's not gonna go. They're gonna spin right now.
Excuse me, is this your car?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Can you please move it? We got stuck. Can you just move it for a second so we can back out?
Okay. I had a very huge dilemma when I was uncovering the car. I forgot the fuel pump was on the power and it was running while I was doing all that. I believe I hydrolocked the engine. It wouldn't crank over, so I had to take off all the spark plugs. I had to clean the spark plugs and then slowly crank it while having all of these spark plug wires and coil disconnected so we don't spark the engine bay. And now we were able to turn it over. The truck is on right now. That's probably all the fuel that was in it. The fire department needed me to move the CRV because they got stuck in the mud, like I said. And I'm gonna go ahead and just move all these cars out of the way and get this truck rolling. This truck is static and it is very hard to move it out of this spot. It's like stuck. It's like stuck in the mud. The kit is sitting on the floor and the tires aren't flat, surprisingly, but it's like sitting on wood. On the mud side, sitting on mud, and it's just so hard to get it to go back. I don't know if the clutch just won't hold or what, but I'm letting the car warm up a little bit. This whole place was a freaking smoke show because of all of the fuel that was in the cylinders. It is kind of like choking out a little bit, so been idling for like 15 minutes now and trying to figure out how to get this thing out of the mud. So the truck just keeps spinning. What a huge ordeal Holy shit. Finally got the truck out of the resting grounds, and the only casualty is losing that side of the side skirt for the rear lip. But I am going to take the whole entire kit off the car to redo the entire thing. This car did at one point go through bodywork stages, but never really got to around finishing it. But for the most part, the truck is out of the freaking graveyard. So the goal here now is to get this between those two gates into the backyard. Whew. Okay, so after a couple of attempts, we got the truck in the backyard. The first time I went in, the poke of this wheel hit that side of the fence. Had to back it out to go more to the left, and then that freaking wheel broke the fence. Had to back that back out, and then went back in again, broke the kit right there, and then once again back it out to drive it straight in. And the goal was to try to get the wheels to land on the wood, but the wood scooted forward once we came in, and then they beat it this tire, right? That sucks. But for the most part, this side is on, well, just one side is on the wood and the back is not. Regardless of the fact the truck is in the backyard, it's out of the graveyard over there. Right now, we just parked it in. Whoa! Oh, whoa. Right now, we just have it right here. And then once it's dried out, all of this is not mud anymore. Definitely gonna prep this side because it is much larger. And then I'm gonna try to shimmy the truck to sit on this end, so that way we still have a walkway and stuff. Later, again, when it is a little bit more drier out, I'm gonna go buy more of these right here and convert this whole entire thing to concrete tiles, so it's all concrete. Actually might even do that over there, but make it all entirely concrete slabs and make it less muddy for days like this. So right now I'm pretty much just going to clean all my tools inside the truck. Truck is gonna rest there for however long, and then I gotta repair, oh, slippery. I gotta repair the damn gate and then close this up so I can go and continue cleaning over there. All right, guys, so the night has fell super deep and we are done here with the garage, the yard, the car shuffling, the cleaning. We're done for the night. So we got the truck, sorry, super dark. We got the Mazda truck out of its grave and we transferred it to the backyard where it's going to sit until we are ready to work on it. We did have the key to the truck. I just didn't have it here at this house, so I had to do what I had to do to get it to work, and I have the key now. But the truck, I still want to build it. My uncle debated on selling it because of the whole situation, and I was like, let me get a bigger storage unit. So I got a bigger storage unit in case we had to, but we decided to put it in the backyard instead. So we moved the truck out of the way. We shuffled all the cars that were on the yard to the sidewalk, the street, and surprisingly it all fit. There's only one van, the Big Bertha, which is parked around the corner. The car is registered, so it could be parked on the street, no problem. But all of our cars obviously fit the entire driveway and the front street over there. So the yard is completely clear of cars. All of my car parts are, I mean, they weren't really car parts. It was only a cylinder head and a crank, which the cylinder head is right here. I'm going to be taking it to the scrap yard or metal pickup guy because this head has a couple broken studs that I don't want to deal with. It's a non-VTEC head. The K20 crank, it's spun. It can be oversized, but that was the only two things that was sitting outside aside from the trash can. The only one that's still sitting out here is this hunk of junk. This thing is super duper heavy with a bunch of metal. I need a scrap metal guy to come pick up or again take it to the city dump. But that's the only thing that's sitting out here. Everything else is just a table for barbecue, wood pile floor. I don't even know where that came from. I didn't put it there, but I'm gonna leave it there. Not a big deal, I don't think. The main concern of the paper was just cars on unpaved property. So all of the cars that were on unpaved property is on pavement now. So before I wrap up this video, I want to quickly talk about this brake and nostalgic videos I'm going to be tossing out in between. So I'm going to be taking a break from major updates like working on the cars or doing a key thing with the cars. I'm going to be taking a break from wrenching on the cars to really situate everything. After being in Vegas with my tuner Jeremy, my friend Jeremy and Nisa, after helping him set up his garage, I'm kind of motivated to work on my garage and really make it a garage instead of a giant storage unit. So I've already laid out a couple of ideas on what I'm going to do here. I will take you guys on the venture, just small little snippets, and whether it takes me a month or a couple of weeks, I'll just mash it onto one video when it's all said and done. So the racks that I want to get, you can get it from Home Depot or Costco, and I want to get 2 on this side, which will go from the garage door to the back, and then I need 1 for the back so we can put all the stuff in the middle on the rack. And then I want to get another one for this end here, just so we don't keep using my toolbox as a workbench. Instead, we're going to use a shelf as a workbench. We'll put 1 layer here that goes all the way across, and then that'll be the workbench, and then we'll have, you know, my tools underneath that. But my goal with the garage here, guys, is, what the hell is Lucy doing? Hey, it's kind of weird. Anyways, the goal is to clear the entire center of the garage. I'm gonna force myself to get rid of a lot of things. I'm gonna force myself to sell a lot of things. And if you guys want to like see what I have for sale, Static Service, Instagram, link always in the description below if you guys want to give it a follow. But we're going to be liquidating a lot of things, tossing a lot of things, shifting a lot of things. I also got to go this week to move into my bigger storage unit. I figured, you know, let's just have a unit big enough to put a car in there, just so if I get another project, I don't have space here, I'll put it there. Or if I don't drive one of my cars here, I'll throw it there as well too. But mainly have a bigger storage unit for moving a lot of the engines and wheels and stuff there, so we can clear the garage out. But I got to do that this weekend as well too. A lot of stuff. So while I take this break and record a little bit off, well, it's not off camera, I'm gonna record a little bit as I go, but not be posting it as far as like a day-to-day basis like I've been doing here on the channel. Kind of what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be picking a couple of, like, well, not a couple, but I guess for as long as I'm going to be gone for, I'm going to be picking some videos from the earlier years of the channel and resurfacing them to all of you guys that are here now. A lot of the stuff that I did back in the days, the channel wasn't really anything and they weren't really getting any type of views. So I figured, you know, some Rust-Oleum stuff, some previous projects, my first track days or things like that, I feel like may be entertaining. I'm gonna bring those up, give you guys a little talk on it, and then roll the clips. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Love or hate it, guys. I have to do what I have to do to get myself ready for 2023, mentally, physically, work, garage, all that stuff. We are trying to start with a clean slate. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the truck finally turning on. You guys saw it moved on its own power, it turned on, and we were able to drive it right back there. So if you guys enjoyed that, be sure to hit the like button. And if you guys want to stick around and see some nostalgic videos from the earlier years of the channel, man, I've been on here since 06. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Happy New Year's, happy holidays. Y'all have a good one.